hello, hello. Store. Welcome to day 2 of yoga. Today we're going to do chair yoga. But before we start, we're going to pick a card from the Herb Crafter Tarot deck. Oats. Madre of Water, Mother of Water. It's a beautiful card, if you can see it. Let's see if we can find the Madre of Water. Let the Mother of Water soothe your soul. Release anxiety by nourishing body and spirit. Open your heart and let your intuition flow. Fresh oat straw infusion brews on a sunny windowsill above a table holding a well-worn bottle of tincture and a jar full of oats tops. A woman holds her mug, its handle shaped like a whale's tail, and enjoys a fresh cup of tea while looking towards the sea. Steam rises to an altar filled with ocean treasures. The Madre of Water is a master of self-care. She's kind and gracious to others because she's kind and gracious to herself. As oat straw replenishes the land, she takes time to rest. By doing so publicly, she inspires others to do the same. She plants oats in the garden each year to replenish and fortify the soil. She feels full and complete after a day of good work. She understands the power of oat straw and delights in the calming medicine it provides. She knows healing takes time, and she has faith in her daily cup of tea. Just as oats soothe frazzled emotions, the Madre of Water transforms tension into healing. Embrace your emotions. They expand your capacity for compassion. Drink oat straw infusions every day for emotional nourishment. Take an oatmeal bath to nourish the body, and feed oat seeds to squirrels or chickens, or grow them in your garden to nourish the earth. It's a beautiful card. So let's start. This is new to me, teaching this type of class, so bear with me. We're going to sit in our chair towards the end of the chair. And this is what we do in meditation if we use a chair. We don't want to lean back in the chair. We want to sit up nice and tall, our feet firmly planted on the ground. If you need to bring the ground up to meet you, if your feet don't reach the ground, you can always put, a blanket, something hard, a sturdy blanket underneath your feet to lift you up so you can feel the ground underneath you. So to start, let's just do some shoulder rolls. Just roll the shoulders up and back. Good, and then bring those shoulder rolls forward. You can hear our birds. Got lots of songs out here. And bringing our arms up overhead on the inhalation and then exhaling down. Breathing up and then releasing down. Let's do that a couple more times. Breathing up. And one more time. Bringing our arms up. And then just let your left hand rest on the chair and then just lean over slightly to the left. Coming back into center. This feels so good for my body right now. And lean over the other way. Just let yourself sigh, release. Maybe you're outside and you have a beautiful view, as I do. I hope so. Coming back into center. Drop your chin to your chest, stretching out the neck, the upper back. And bringing the head up and to the right. Allow the neck to relax. Coming back up. And angle the other way. Coming back up to center and just gaze over to your right. And to center and then over to the left. And coming back into center and just take notice of your feet on the ground. Just close your eyes for a moment or just a soft gaze towards the ground as you take in the sensation of your feet on the ground. Maybe you don't have shoes on, like I don't have shoes on right now, or maybe even you do have shoes on, or socks. Just notice how the feet feel rooted into whatever sensation they're experiencing. Nice. Let's just curl the back into or around the back and then arch the back. Just do this a few times where you're letting your spine undulate one way and then the other. Allow your body to go back and forth. Let's do that one more time. Going back and forth. And then just finding center. Allowing your sitting bones to root into the chair. Sitting up nice and tall, and then just come into a twist to the right. Allowing yourself to inhale up and then exhale into that twist. And coming back into center, inhaling up and then exhaling, twisting the other way. And then coming back into center. We're going to take, I have to sit back in the chair a little bit. Root your feet on the ground. Actually, let's just kind of let the feet move. Let's kind of shake those legs out. We did this yesterday. We were on the ground doing it, but let's just kind of do it here this way. Good. And then come into stillness. And then just start to kind of awaken the legs. Awaken the other leg. Root the left foot down and then bring your right leg up as fast as you can. And then we're going to flex and point the foot. And then roll the ankle around I don't know if roll is the right word, rotate. And then rotate the other way. Again, point and flex, and then extend the leg out, and then bring it in. Extending it out, and bringing it in. Let's do that a couple more times. Awakening the thigh. Nice. And let's bring the other leg in, point and flex. And then rotate. Clockwise and counterclockwise. Good. Place the feet on the ground and then just come into almost like a goddess pose. Just bring our arms up. Good. Inhaling the arms together. Exhaling out. Together. Out. Do this a couple more times. Together, out. Last time. Together, out. Beautiful. Just bring those legs back in. Cross the right arm over. Look to the right. Coming back into center and left arm goes across. Allow for a nice twist. coming one way and the other, letting the head come over to the left, and coming back into center, and then just give yourself a hug. Just allow yourself to hug, and then switch. Other arm on top. Nice. All right, now we're gonna do something that seems like it would be easy, but it's really not easy. We're gonna make fists, and we're gonna open and close our hands. We're gonna try to do it as long as we can. For me, this is really difficult. I don't know about you. So really opening those hands. Stephanie Keach, who used to own Asheville Yoga Center with her husband, used to do this in her advanced class. And it was, for me, it was the hardest thing that we did in the class. Really found it very difficult. Finding it difficult now. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice job. And then shake it out. Shake it out. Awesome. We're going to stand up, and I'm going to turn my chair around. We're going to place our hands on the chair, and we're going to just step back, and we're just going to come into like almost like an L. I think this is an L. Yeah, kind of. And then we're going to take one leg forward and the other leg back. And we're going to just do what's called pyramid pose in yoga. Just kind of allow for a little stretch this way. A little ponytail in my hair. Hair doesn't fall on my face. And then we're going to step forward. We're going to take our hand to the chair for stability. We're going to come into tree pose. So that right leg can anchor anywhere into the left other than the knee joint. And if you want to just come into tree with a balance, you know that that chair's there to reach for as you need it. My doggy in the way, so I'm going to switch this around so we can do the other side. So I guess it would be the left legs forward and the right legs back. And then coming forward. Once again, we're going to go into tree pose. As you fall out of it, you can use a chair. You can just rest your hand on the chair. Just find your way to do this. If you need to touch down, you can go back into the pose. Hands to heart center, release down. We're going to just try to do dancer's pose. Just going to bend your leg. If you can't grab, if you have a knee issue or there's some flexibility issue in terms of grabbing the outside of the left foot, you can actually just see if you can just stretch it out this way. You can take a hold of the foot. You can go ahead and do that. Once again, just allowing the chair to be there for stability. You always stand behind the chair too. This way you can lean into the chair. This is a very light chair, so don't know how much stability it's actually giving me. Excuse me. And then the other side. And if you have the balance, you can always just start to come forward. Maybe you could use the chair as kind of a guidepost. So there's lots of iterations of this, you can see. And then releasing when you're ready. Let's come back over to our chair. So if you have a ball, I don't have a bouncy ball, but if you have a bouncy ball that you can put in your lap like a soccer ball, you just let it sit in your lap. I'm just going to pretend that this is a ball. And you're going to put it around you and then just start to lean over the ball. Just allow yourself to drape forward. Just going to hold this forward fold for a few breaths. And then walking your hands up your legs if you're hunched over, coming up to seated. And there are ways to do Shavasana with the chair. So one way would be to get on the floor and to use it as such, where you can see you are putting your legs up on the chair like this, and you're lying down. So that's one way to do it. This is kind of like legs up the wall, and it feels really, really good on my back. But if you have trouble getting down on the floor and up off the floor, you could actually just do like a rest, like so. Or you could do a seated rest, Shavasana. You're leaning back into the chair. If you're short like I am, you might need something to, you could actually get another chair. Which is so nice. Put your legs up. And this time you would be leaning back. You can maybe have a pillow behind you. Coming into rest pose this way. So just finding where you can be comfortable for a few moments. And final rest. So Shavasana means corpse pose. And the purpose of it is to act as a reminder that the body just houses the soul. And the body, even though it's temporal or temporary, houses something that isn't temporary. So it's just that reminder that there's a beginning and end of our journey in this body. But that which resides within the body is eternal. Just allowing yourself to go into final rest for a few breaths. And I invite you to stay here beyond the video. As long as you'd like, to find that space of pause before restarting your day. Namaste. Thanks for joining me.